Welcome back to NIS. We are at Kentucky this week, a track that I'm not a big fan of at real life, but this is the old Kentucky, as you can see. We do not have a paved racetrack yet. This is still the old surface, and I spent some time practicing a little bit, trying to understand the track, and I specifically spent time this week trying to change my driving style a little bit. So let's see if it works out. You can see I got really loose coming out of turn 2, so the qualifying lap's probably not going to be the best. Just hoping for a good one, and we have to get off the throttle coming out of turn 4 as well, so really not expecting a good lap here. It is a 30.37. That will get us into third place, which is I am very happy with. That is something that I'm very glad I have in iRacing, is the ability to not hit the qualifying lap very well at all, but still qualify relatively well. So we qualify third for NIS at Kentucky. We're looking for our 5th win in the season in only, I think, 16 starts. So that is a pretty good ratio, and let's see if we could do it here. We're on lap 2. We're getting a nice run coming out of turn 4 and trying to get around Caden. Now, what I was talking about earlier about changing my driving style, it was a race at Pocono, especially in Newark, that really opened my eyes to it. I was just overdriving everything as a caution comes out on lap 3, not surprising. But I was overdriving everything, and I wanted to be able to back up my corners a little bit. So I worked really hard here at this track at Kentucky to back up my corners and be easy on my tires. So as I was doing that, I decided to stay out, as I think 3 laps on the tires is not bad, even though it is an old surface. But as you can see, everyone else, only me, Colson, Anthony, and looks like John in the 6 stayed out. Everyone else on new tires. So it's going to make a little bit of a difference, because 3 laps is a big difference here at Kentucky, but hopefully we could be able to hold them off. Again, I'm implementing that strategy of backing up my corners, being easy on the wheel. You could tell how much I'm putting the steering input in the car. If you just look at that orange tape, it's much less than usual, if you notice. I haven't changed my steering ratio. I've just made sure I'm backing the corners and not turning the wheel as much. As a caution comes out again on lap 8, able to stay in third place. Not really a huge deal right now with the tires. Looks like a little bit of an incident coming out of turn 4, takes out a couple of good race cars, and that just happens coming out of turn 4 at Kentucky. It is what it is. We go down pit road, and no one comes down pit road except for the leader, which was the 5. He decided to come down pit road. Don't know why, but he decided to do it. Green flag comes back out. It's just me and Anthony right now on old tires. It's only me and Anthony. You guys know Anthony from Newark, so he's in this race as well. And we're going to try to hold off these other guys, but Zachary on those little bit newer tires is able to get by. And Daniel as well, looks like he's going to get down low. And if he has the position, again, just trying to take care of the tires, not going to put up too much of a fight entering turn 3, and he will get by as well. We move ahead to lap 16, and now Daniel is going after Anthony, 2 of the North guys. And they're doing a good job fighting each other. We're just chilling. We have Caden, who's been pretty fast. We passed him earlier on lap 2, but he's on those fresher tires. He's pretty fast. He's peaking there as Anthony cuts down in front of us. And Caden's peaking. He's peaking. It looks like he's going to be able to get down low, but we're able to clear him for now. Move ahead to lap 17, and you can see I know he's faster. So I tell him to go low, back off the throttle a little bit, and he just goes by. Easily just let him go. Early on in the race, no need to fight anyone who you know is faster than you. You could just kind of chill. I saw that 6th place was a little bit further back, so no need to fight. Caden goes after Anthony now. We're keeping in distance, or keeping in touch with the top 5, lap 24. So this is about a 10-lap run already. And the tires, they feel pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how the car is feeling. It feels like a good car, feels like a good race. I don't feel the tires wearing off. And I'm just chilling here in 5th place, watching Caden try to make the pass on Anthony, and Anthony's doing a pretty good job of holding him up. Anthony's also trying to pass Daniel. Now Daniel's on those fresher tires, Anthony's not. And it looks like Anthony is trying to get around him as we get around the 11, as the 11 just is not able to get the run coming out of the corner as he's trying to pass Anthony. The 5 of Colson is a lap down. Don't know what happened to him, but he has to make his way back up towards the field. Trying to get a run on Anthony. Anthony gets a little bit loose coming out of turn 4, so we're going to get on his outside lane, which is perfect. Anthony comes up. He comes up, and I almost turn him into the outside wall. Being a little bit too aggressive there, Anthony, but I back off there. Caden's going to get below us again. And once Caden's below, I kind of adopt that tactic. Even though I got around him, I just adopted the tactic of letting him go. The only reason I got around him is because he was trying to pass Anthony. So He was trying to pass, he couldn't do it. I got around him. I was trying to pass, I couldn't do it. So then he got around me. Again, just early on in the race, it's a thing I think a lot of people should do is if someone's faster than you, just a little bit, just let them go for early on if you don't think you'll lose any spots. We're finally able to get to the outside of Anthony Emery. He's not going to be happy about that, but he lets me get to the outside. And quoting him, he says, "There you go, princess." So thank you, Anthony, for letting me get the outside lane, and we're able to make the pass there. Now we run up on Daniel, who seems to be struggling a little bit on those newer tires. Caden and Zachary in the 4 is not really struggling, but Daniel's kind of over-abusing his tires, he was saying in the race chat. We're able to get underneath him and pass him, which was really nice to see. As you know, those 3-lap older, I keep saying it, but those 3-lap fresher tires do make a difference. However, we're able to save our tires a little bit, and now we are the one car that's running pretty high up in the field with those older tires. Zachary and Caden is running up front, not expecting to run them down, just trying to keep up with them. So we go to lap 45, and you can see here the gap is less than a second. It is 2.5 seconds to Anthony. And I'm really happy with how I'm doing at this moment, as Caden is going after Zachary for the lead. But I'm very happy with how the car is. It doesn't feel bad at all. I'm telling myself at this moment, like, hey, I have older tires, and I'm actually catching these guys. We go to lap 51. The gap's only half a second to Caden, who's gotten around Zachary, and I feel, again, really good with the car. We're going to have to pit very soon here. Again, we're on lap 51. It's going to be a 1-stop, or a 2-stop race, actually. Once we pit here, we have to pit one more time if it goes green, and then we should be good on fuel. All 3 of the leaders together. There we go. It looks beautiful. Good racing here. Just chilling, biding our time. It is lap 51. We are going to come down pit road. Here we go, here we come down pit road. Don't speed on pit road. We get in pit lane, slow it up just a little bit extra so we don't speed in the zone, and that is perfect. And we're just going to come together down pit road. Hopefully don't overshoot the box as I've done on previous times. Take it nice and easy into the box. Perfecto. Rainbow Warriors do their job on the Electra Daredevil paint scheme. Right side tires up, go in, get back around to the left side of the car, jack up, take those off, put those in. Looks like a decent pit stop. Me and Caden get off at the exact same time. The 4 of Zachary gets a pretty good shot. He's going to be able to take the lead. We have to be careful not to come out of pit road and exit that blend line. This is that new rule in iRacing. If your right side tires touch that line, you're getting a black flag. So be extra cautious, half throttle it all the way through 1 and 2. There we go. We're able to blend up on the track. Now you can notice here in front of us, we did not come out in a good track at all. All 3 of the leaders. Everyone in front of us is on old tires, and we're going to have to get around them pretty quickly. And there's a lot of them. As you come out of turn 4, you can see here, that's probably around 10 cars that we have to get around. So, time to get to work. This is going to be fun. We have the 11 of Caden, the 4 of Zachary making the hole up. We're going to go 3 wide on some guys. Going 3 wide. We're so much faster that we're just flying straight through them. There we go. We passed 4 cars in one corner. There's a little bit of incident back there. Luckily, we got through that. The 11 of Caden's going after some guys. He's just kind of opening the hole for us, and I'm just following through. So the sense of speed, the speed difference here is just nuts. You can see we pass 1, then we pass 2. The 2 gets loose, and oh my goodness, he almost hooks me into the outside wall, but he's able to save it. No caution comes out. So we get past 2. Then Caden's about to go 4 wide or 3 wide on these guys. He's going to open the hole. I'm just going to dime in the corner and arc it down. Able to get some spots there. And now Zachary, Caden, and I have cleared the lap traffic. Well, not really lap traffic, but the guys on old tires, we've gotten ourselves back on the lead lap. And now we get to fight it out amongst ourselves again. Now we're on equal tires here, so let's see what kind of speed we really do have. And this is a few laps later into the run. This is about 10 laps into the run. You can see we're gaining on the 4, and the 11, as the same as last run, is trying to pass the 4. What I'm doing here is I'm not pushing the car extremely hard. I'm not trying to necessarily get up to the lead. I'm pretty happy with where I'm at, as I'm expecting the race is not going to go green forever. So I'm happy just to keep the tires on my car and mind my own business. This is something I'm really trying to learn in iRacing. Again, don't overdrive the corners. Back it up. Just let the car float. You don't have to push it too hard. Kind of taking like a Mark Martin-esque, Matt Kenseth-esque approach to the race right now, as we're only half a second. I mean, the leaders are literally right there. It's a 3-way battle for the lead, but I'm not really battling. I'm not getting up there to fight, as we're coming up to pass a couple of guys who short pitted, so that's why you see Daniel and Ryan Cobb are in front of us. they just short pitted really early. We just get back around them on lap 68. Caden's able to make a beautiful move to get to the outside of Zachary in that 4 car, and he's able to get to the outside and make the pass. If you get to that outside lane, you pretty much have it done, as that it just takes away the ability for that car on the inside to use all the racetrack. So I'm just going to chill here in 3rd, and we're really close to that 4 car. We're going to try to make the pass on him. So we come to lap 71. A little bit of an added mix now. Those same cars that we passed earlier in this run, they have pitted. They're on fresher tires than us. You can see one of them gives me a little bit of a tap in the middle of the corner. I didn't really appreciate that at all. I mean, you're a lap down and giving me a tap. I'm in 3rd place. Can you not give me a tap? So we're 3 wide in the middle of the tri-oval. Not very excited about this. A little bit of contact between the 13 and the 19. And that almost gets me involved, but luckily we're not involved. I'm just trying to hold my line here in the 2nd lane and say, listen, get around me if you want. I'm not going to move out of the way. I'm 3rd place or 4th place, whatever it is. 3rd place virtual, 4th place on the track, but I'm not going to get out of the way. So these lap cars, the 15's trying aggressively to get around. There's a car loose in the bottom lane, and luckily we're able to get around him. I think it was the red and white car didn't come up. I really appreciate that. He just backed out of the throttle. So that was nice to see. And this is throwing a different added, I guess, element into the race of these guys being around us. They're racing for themselves, and we're racing for the lead. So we got a beautiful run off turn 2. There is a lap car below us. We're going to try and take a 3 wide here, but really going to keep the lap car on the bottom. He gets into us just a little bit. We're sideways trying to stay off of the 4. What a wonderful save, and we keep up the momentum a little bit. We lose a little bit of time, but a wonderful save in turn 3 and 4. Let's see what happened here. Lap car just, he didn't know that we were 3 wide apparently, and it doesn't look as beautiful on replay. It doesn't look like I get 2 sideways, but in the car, I got sideways, and I had to keep it off the 4, Zachary, and that was pretty nice there. So we keep it off the 4, and we're trying to run him back down, but as you can see, we move on to lap 92. The car never felt the same here. We run 15 laps, and it's not feeling the same. I was able to catch Zachary and try passing him, but as you can see, coming out of turn 4, I get really loose. I feel like that slide, even though it was very minuscule, it definitely changed something in the car. And you can see here, coming out of turn 4 again, I'm getting super loose. Only 1.2 seconds behind the leader, but it isn't feeling good at all. So we're on lap, not 94, we're on lap 84. Now we move ahead to lap 90. Caden's moved out to around a 2-second lead. And I know I kind of have to do something here. The caution doesn't come out. If we pit here, we can make it. So it's just a game of when to pit. If you pit too early, you can get yourself caught a lap down. So as a couple of cars who already pitted pass us, I'm going to come down pit road nice and quietly, say nothing on the radio. I'm just going to sneak my way down pit road and short pit a little bit early. It's not that early. I ran 40 laps on the tires, and we have to run about 50 to get to the end. So I'm happy with that. We're going to come down pit road and make no mistake. We don't speed. We don't overshoot the pit box. Jack up on the right side. Go around. No issues. Jack up on the left side. Everything looks pretty smooth. Nice and simple stop. And we go on our way. There we go. A nice shoot out of the pit box. And let's see what kind of track we have. You see those 3 cars right there? That's not the leaders, but that is a group of cars I do not want to pass. Let's see if we can be very aggressive coming out of pit road. Half throttle it, but don't push it too hard. One gets by us, but there you see Daniel and someone battling, and we're going to be able to blend up in front of them. This was huge. We were able to blend up in front of them. I had no idea, but look at the track in front of us. It is clean. It is beautiful. We have time to dig. So we are digging here. We just have to get around 1 car. This is about 2 laps after. He has pretty fresh tires, so pretty tough to catch, but get around 1 car, that's it, and we have fresh pavement to work with. And if you look at the bottom right, the leaders have not pitted yet, so this is about 5 laps after we pit. Caden and Zachary decided to come down pit road, so they gave us 5 laps of fresher tires on these 2. I thought that was a mistake for them. They didn't notice that I pitted, so they decided to come down pit road together. Here I am in clean, beautiful racetrack. Let's see if we can jump the 2 leaders on 5 lap fresher tires. Don't see them coming out of pit road. There they are. We have jumped them by a country mile. Look at that. We have a huge gap to the 11 and the 4 car now as they come out of pit road together, going out of turn 2. But down the back straightaway, we have a full straightaway on them. with 5-lap older tires. Can they make up the distance? 5-lap older tires, about 6.5 to 7 seconds as I get stupid loose coming out of turn 4. Because now I'm not saving my tires. I'm pushing as hard as I possibly can. So we got to stay in front of these two. This is the virtual race for the lead. There are other guys, as you can see, we're in 17th place right now on lap 97. Other guys have different strategies. They are staying out as long as they can. They've either short pitted, they're pitting 3 times. So we're on the lead lap, but if a caution came out right now, we would lose a hell of a lot of track position. So can't have a caution come out. That's really the number one biggest deal. We move ahead to lap 100. We're trying to pass these guys. All these guys up here are for position. So we're trying to pass them. We go to the outside of the 30. They're on older tires as well. We're going to cut down to the bottom and do what we did earlier in the race and try to just take them all in one corner. So we're able to do that, going through turns 3 and 4, and whoa! One car was coming down pit road, and I had no idea he was coming down pit road. You probably saw on the top of the screen. I saw this after the race, but on top of the screen it said Justin Prince was pitting. I caught these cars so quickly, I had no idea he was in this group. I had no clue he was in this group. He was trying to come down pit road. I almost completely nailed him. Had good reaction ability to hit the brakes and steer right. Unfortunately, he got a speeding penalty for that because he had to react to me almost hitting him. Justin, if you're watching, I apologize. I had my relative screen and I had no clue you were in that group of cars because I caught you guys so quickly. So I would say that's my fault. But I'm trying to dig. That cost us a little bit, maybe a second of time, which is really unfortunate. Getting around those cars did not help. I would say we lost a second. I would say so. Unfortunately, that's how it is, but we're back in clean track. We're in 4th place on lap 104 in pretty good spot. We don't see Caden. There's the caution. The caution comes out. Caden on the radio screams no because, yeah, that's not ideal for us. However, it's not terrible. We were in 4th place. Let's see what happened during the caution flag, and it was the 4 who was running behind Caden. I don't know what happened there. It looks like he was trying to get around some slow cars and just maybe a misjudgment entering turn 1. He was trying to cut down below, but not sure what happened. 4th place, we have 3 cars in front of us that the strategy worked out beautiful for them. And we're going to come down pit road and restart in 4th for the next restart. The big thing is, though, we have the 15, the 26, and the 6. I've not seen them all race, so I don't think they're the fastest of guys. So that might be alright news for us. We restart the race. The 11 and the 4, who are the cars we're really looking at, they're in 6th and 7th. So the 11's right behind me. The big goal here, don't let the 11 get past us. We've shown all race that we might not have been able to pass him, but we've been able to keep up with him the entire race. So we're going to make it as hard as possible for him to pass us with only 25 laps to go. We're able to get around the 6. Let's stay on this high line, keep the 11 pinched up there. I don't want to let him get around me, and a caution comes out, and so that's all right. We get into 3rd place, you know, and I think the 11 got into 4th, so maybe this is good for him. We're gonna have to get a good restart and hopefully be able to clear him coming out of turn 2. So we're gonna have to time this restart by the 15. There goes the 15. We go. The 11 of Caden does not get a good restart at all, and that clears our lane to get up to that top side. So we're gonna jump up to the top lane. You have the replay in the bottom left, in car in the top right. This is our time. We have 20 laps to go. Let's see if we can go get this lead. They are side by side, but in turn 1 and 2, I can already tell these guys are not that fast. I had to back out the throttle pretty quickly there to not run into them. So I'm just gonna follow the 26 of looks like Bailey Turner. I'm gonna just follow him, try to give him that push to the lead. The 15's getting tight. He can't get out of the corner. We're gonna literally push the 26 into the lead. There's the push right there down the front straightaway. I'm trying to get him to go. And we get into turn 1. He's backing up the corner a lot. I get into him in the center of the corner. I'm not even trying to. I'm just trying to. I'm really trying not to get into him. The 11 of Caden is trying to take it 3 wide. He's trying to get to the bottom. He has to back out of it. The 4 is taking it 3 wide on the bottom. We're going to have to cut in front of the 15. So close. I could have easily turned myself, but I had to take the risk. Cut in front of the 15 for this reason. We're going to get the run coming out of turn 4. And there is the beautiful run to the start-finish line. Enter turn 1, hopefully with the lead. And we have the lead. We clear the 26, and we are in the lead. The 11 and the 4 are now have to get around those 2 slow guys. It is time to dig. We have to just focus in front and hit our marks. No saving tires anymore. Dig, 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 and a caution comes out. That was about a 4-lap run. Now, what do? Do you pit? Do you stay out? I stay out, the 4 stays out, the 11 stays out. Looks like the 5, or is that the 5? Looks like the 5 stays out, and that's it. That's it. There's about 5 cars stayed out, 4 or 5 cars. So the fast guys, we all stayed out, but the guys who are on fresher tires, let's see if they can get up towards the front. Green flag is out. I timed the restart very well there. I made sure I stacked it up a little bit. That's what I like to do in iRacing. I like to stack up the restarts. Gives the leader a little bit of a benefit. So here we go into turn 1. We have the 4, who, he's been fast all race. He was leading part of it, but caution comes out, so that goes negated. Just trying to hit my marks, but another caution. That's actually good for us, because the more cautions, the less that the guys on fresh tires can catch us. So we moved to lap 127, only 7 laps to go. This is probably the restart of the race. If we run 3 laps and the caution comes out, it's over. So the 5's giving me a push. I'm waiting. Green flag is out. Stacks up that inside lane a little bit. I never really brake checked anyone. I just waited. The 5 was trying to give me a push. Time the restart. I didn't want to go that early. Now we're in front of the 4. The 11 is trying to get around the 5. The 5's really fast, though. He just was trapped basically lapped down most of the race. So he's probably the fastest in here. He moves into 3rd place. The 11's trying to get past him. The 4 is now trying to get to us. And it's just put your head down and focus on your line. We enter turns 3 and 4. You can see the 4 car. He's close. When we get on that seam in turn 3 and 4, just nice. Drive it up off turn 4. Beautiful corner there. I'm not focusing on who's behind me. We head to lap 130. If a caution comes out now, I think the race is probably over. So hopefully, I'm pleading for a caution to come out. Lap 131, 4 laps to go. The 4 is not able to really get to us. He's there, but he's not able to get to us and make the pass. He's not able to make a move. Coming out of turn 2, we're still holding our line, still backing up the corners, still getting these beautiful runs coming out of the corners. We're just hoping for a caution. We enter turn 3. There it is! Caution comes out. We've won the race at Kentucky. Yes! There we go. We've had 4 wins in NIS. Add number 5 to the victory book. 5 wins in NIS. Looks like Daniel and the 22 got together. 22 gets into the inside wall, and that is going to give us the victory. We were patient all race. We backed up those corners. We weren't too aggressive. We just kind of chilled. Then the strategy early on, a short pit, gives us the win at Kentucky, and it is just absolutely beautiful. Thank you guys, thank you everyone, thank you to all my sponsors, which is absolutely nobody. Anthony deciding to try to literally wreck me coming out of pit, coming into the cool down lap, the fireworks down the back straightaway. I'm brake checking Anthony because I don't even care anymore, and just a lot of fun between the friends. And Anthony, this is what you get your ass around there. Yeah, that's what I thought. And what a beautiful race. It was a lot of fun. I didn't think I'd like Kentucky. The night earlier, I ran an A-fixed race at Kentucky, and I was horrible. I was really bad. And one day later, I just put in some practice. I put in some work. I told myself, back up the corners, and I backed up the corners, and we won the race. Doing some nice, I guess, unorthodox burnouts in turns 3 and 4 in the grass with the friends. But now it's my time. We decided to burn it down here. What a beautiful race. This is a long-ass video. As you can see, it's like 25 minutes. Because a lot happened in this race. Not a lot of cautions, but a lot happened to make it a really, really cool race. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the support on the channel recently and the NIS videos. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Win number 5 in NIS. No, I'm not in top split yet, I know. But, hey, it's NIS second split, alright? I'll take the 5 wins. These guys are hard to beat. So, 5 wins in NIS and a lot of, I guess, interesting burnout celebrations. I'll see you guys later. I hope you are having a fantastic day. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you're not already. And I think next week we go off to New Hampshire. So let's see if we get win number 6 there. See you guys later. Peace out.